most important figure in the toy line, which is Bob the Goon.
I never had that one. I had these other two, though, for sure.
I love the Bob the Goon figure. He's got a karate kick action, and he never stands upright. He never stands upright. I don't know how they took these pictures because mine has to sit down because his leg is constantly up. He's cocking it up like he's a dog, taking a piss. So he just cannot stand upright. And I would lose Joker and Bob's hats immediately.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see that for sure.
Joker did have this cool squirting flower thing, though. Ooh. So there was a little pump, a little yellow pump with a tube that feeds into his back. You can fill it up with water and actually squirt water out of his lapel flower, which is a really cool feature that I wish more Joker figures had. I think it's cool playability, and it's like you can act out the movie.
It was in the commercial, right? I sort of remember that.
Yep, it was in one of the commercials we looked at, actually.
Yeah.
Now, Batman, so like the Joker and Bob, they got the fedoras, and Bob's got the huge machete. Batman's got the detachable, not really detachable, but the belt that pulls out. And he's also holding something in the pictures.
He's holding a Beretta. He's ready to take down the Joker's goons the only way he knows how, and that's permanently. It's actually supposed to be a batarang and a grapple gun, so that might be a grapple gun, but he did have a batarang he could hold as well.
Mm.
Bob the Goon's only $60, man. In the box.
In the box.
In the box.
I can't imagine.
How is he that? I don't understand how he could ever be that expensive. I feel like I see him all the time. As a kid, I somehow ended up with 2 of them.
Really?
Yes, like he was just everywhere.
Wow, I did not have him.
Andrew, don't get ripped off. I have seen that figure in the box for $10 at Pro Mag. Don't pay $60 for Bob.
Oh, I'm not. I just think it's funny.
I just think it is funny too that he's like one of the only other figures. I guess they were like, well, there's only one good guy and one bad guy, so we're gonna also give him a little henchman to fight. So
we decided not to do a Vicky Vale figure.
Yeah,
Alexander Knox figure. Harvey Dent figure.
Just wouldn't
Alexander
sell.
Knox.
Well,
he's got a bad tie.
Exactly when they happened, but Toy Biz did a few other DC figures. They did a version of the Flash, which I guess would kind of coincide with maybe the TV show coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There was a Riddler, and I believe the Two-Face you mentioned is actually from that line.
Yeah, there was a number of lines for superpowers. I think Riddler and Two-Face might have come out in the second or third wave. I didn't include pictures of them, but yes, I do have the Riddler one as well. It's like they are based on like the classic comic book looks of that time.
The Toy Biz actually re-released those figures as well. Yeah, like on these gold cards.
That must be what I have in my room then. So Robert, I'm glad you corrected me. So the ones in my room, the Toy Biz re-released, they are DC Comics superheroes figures. So they came after the Superpowers line. So yeah, they are like a Toy Biz re-release. And that version of the Penguin is a slightly different sculpt. I noticed that because I've actually looked at the Superpowers one next to the Superheroes Penguin. And the Superheroes one is slightly smaller. But yeah, you're right. They re-released some of those. So those are the ones I have. They're probably not as expensive, actually. So who knows? But yeah, you are right about that, the re-release. So that's why I brought Robert on. I can only do so much research, and I'm glad he's catching it. And as you can see from this picture here, there was actually multiple sculpts of Batman's head. I don't know why they couldn't quite get it right. Apparently one of these is supposed to be in Keaton's likeness. I don't know which one that is. There's a square. Okay, so they are categorized as square jaw, rounded jaw, and big lip. All right, Internet, don't get mad at me. That's just what they were
What's the fourth
referred
one?
to as. The fourth one, I think, is supposed to be Keaton himself. So the one at the bottom, kind of maybe on the bottom left, could be Keaton. The only difference I see between him and the one on the right is the one on the right kind of has cat eye painted shape. So they're, and maybe a slightly shorter nose. Yeah, so either way, they are cool figures, but it's like they really couldn't nail down that likeness very much, unfortunately.